Non-Americans, what is the best American food? Cajun food. Definitely the most unique American food. Pulled pork. Luckily a couple places make it here to pulled pork burger, pizza, pulled pork filled crepes with coleslaw. I miss strawberry Twizzlers. I can't buy it here unfortunately. And strawberry Pop-Tarts too. I also liked the bagels, especially the one with chocolate chips. I sliced it in half, put it in the toaster, and then put butter on it. It was delicious. Rice Krispie treats were also surprisingly great. I love the brioche French toast, with blueberries in the brioche itself. Luckily I found a great recipe, so I regularly make brioche French toast, with crispy bacon and maple syrup. Curly fries. Recently came across Carl's Jr. for the first time in Istanbul airport, and the curly fries were just the best. I hate to sound like an ignorant foreigner, but a made from scratch mac cheese, with at least 3 different cheeses plus a crispy breadcrumb crust on top, is one of my favorite American dishes. I'm from Mexico, and we get spoiled with our traditional cuisine, but I found the Thanksgiving dinner experience in the US incredible. Love everything, the turkey dark meat, cranberry sauce, the stuffing, the stuffing, mashed potatoes, salads, and the delicious pies that follow for dessert. That whole combination, plus the red wine, and good company, is an incredible experience hard to match. I wanna thank you for barbecue and fried chicken. I love American breakfast food. Honestly, I think they have breakfast down pat. But holy crap, what I really appreciate are pizza rolls. God bless the Americans for pizza rolls. Eggs Benedict are apparently an American invention. I had a corn casserole and a green bean casserole at a friend's parents' house for the first time when I was 18 for Thanksgiving. That shit slapped. I fell in love instantly and still makes casseroles every year for Thanksgiving. I lived in China before I came to the US. Spaniard who lives in the States for 6 years. I liked apple pie, pastrami on rice sandwiches, Tex-Mex, all the things you do with sweet potatoes, virtually any item at a Waffle House, bagels, Reuben sandwiches, chicken and waffles, cheesecake, s'mores, chocolate chip cookies, buffalo wings. I never got into peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I tried, but it wasn't for me. Anything smoked brisket, pork shoulder, chicken, turkey. I've even had smoked burgers. If seasoned well, you don't even need barbecue sauce, and it is so tender and juicy. This is probably a recipe for disaster, but I'm British and growing up visiting Florida, I would love eating raw cookie dough from the refrigerator section. As a Nigerian, one would expect my favorite food to be idk jollof rice or swallow. But no. It's fries. I absolutely love them. They're my all-time favorite food. I can't get any burger or chicken without fries, and I can eat as many of them as possible. Fries, fries, fries. Forgive me if they aren't originally American, I really don't know these things. So, I became a green card holder a short week ago, and in 2014, I had my first Thanksgiving. Me and my family went all the way up from Miami to SC to visit our family from Georgia, which they had this summer house in SC, and then the family that came from Tennessee made fried turkey for Thanksgiving. Oh, the Lord be praised. That turkey was phenomenal. I can't find someone who's listed it so banana pudding that shit is life-changing. Those potatoes with cheese in it you make for Thanksgiving. Edit. Wow, thanks so much. Response. I mean the double-baked one, but the funeral potatoes, I have to try them to now. From a Scottish friend of mine, chicken fried steak with biscuits and gravy. Oddly enough, no one seems to have mentioned it. But cornbread. Yeah, as a guy who moved here, Americans have got cornbread down to a T. Combined with some soul food. Makes me smile on the inside. Gives me high blood pressure, but smile on the inside too. In Vietnam, chocolate chip cookies are called American cookies. Give me a po' boy sandwich any day of the week. This is one of my favorite threads of all time on Reddit. Oof, I love making Philly cheesesteaks. Reading these replies is making me feel a little proud to be an American. I ain't felt like this in a minute. American here, but recently spoke with an Italian exchange student and asked him what he would miss most about the States. Dead ass, he said chicken parm. That's not an Italian thing. He said the first time he had it, he called his friend back home to tell them about, and she hung up on him. Given the level of Mexican food in Europe generally, Tex-Mex is insane compared to what we get over here. Baked cheesecake, Boston chowder, pecan pie, barbecue ribs. I worked in California for a while, and this bakery near me used to have this spicy bread that was packed with cheese and jalapenos. It was greasy as fuck, but holy shit it was good. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. At first I thought it was a disgusting combo, but when I tried I loved it. Our non-Americans, if you're ever in the US for Thanksgiving end of November and have nothing to do, go on the local city subreddit where you are and post that you are a foreigner who would like to experience Thanksgiving, and I guarantee you'll get an invite from someone to the best holiday we have. After reading these threads, I'm convinced I could make a killing by moving to Europe with my smoker and laying down some barbecue. I have relatives in Carolina. I'm UK, and the first time I had vinegar-based barbecue I nearly stuffed for me can't be beat. I'd be fucking huge if I moved to the States. As a Ukrainian in USA, brisket and peach pie are my favorite. So, as a non-American, my most vivid memory of something I ate in the US, in Key West actually, is a key lime pie divine. Gumbo. I usually cook a big pot, portion it and freeze it. So good when it's reheated, it doesn't even have to be hot. Biscuits and gravy. Nothing even comes close. A good buttermilk biscuit with a proper sausage gravy is heaven on earth. Because by the end, your heart stops beating anyway. Coconut cream pie. Jambalaya. Arp is gonna make a killing opening up a barbecue bakery in the UK that serves clam chowder, cheesecake, pie and chocolate chip cookies. Edit add peach cobbler and vanilla ice cream, dear God. Do it right up. Editor crawfish balls a thing in the UK. I really like Reuben sandwiches. Is cheesecake American? 'Cause that shit is glorious. Rarely do restaurants get it right here, but when they have that authentic graham cracker crust, it's the most delicious dessert I've had. I may be a simpleton, but an average diner with bottomless filter coffee, pancakes, bacon, and syrup was my favorite part of the day. Although I did put on about 10-15 kilograms after a month in Texas. Edit since I got some upvotes, I would like to shout out Lulu's Diner in San Antonio. I airbnb next door and ate there at the counter every morning for 2 weeks. Grilled cheese sandwich with American cheese. Moved here as a kid and thought the cheeses and the butter were pretty lacking compared to my home country. Especially American cheese, because it has a weird plasticky texture. But an American grilled cheese sandwich with some regular basic butter. Chef's kiss. I don't get it. But I couldn't get enough of it. Still can't some 30 years later. It's simple, greasy, buttery, just perfection. Cheeseburgers. Reading all of these comments, I realized if I lived in the US I'd probably die from a heart attack. And I'd do it gladly. For me it's cinnamon rolls. The closest we get here, without making them at home, is the ones at IKEA, and they're nothing like American cinnamon rolls. Obligatory. I'm an American, but this was a friend invited a Japanese exchange student for Thanksgiving. She couldn't get enough of the Southern-style sweet potato casserole with marshmallows on top. Thought it was the most delicious thing ever. I didn't realize marshmallows are very rare outside of the US. I lived in Asia, and when I visited, The USA for 10 days my entire diet was basically Texas barbecue with all the sides, all the pies, apple, peach, pecan, key lime, Philly cheesesteak hamburger and fries, the simple desserts like fudge brownies, chocolate chip cookies, Krispy Kreme plain glazed donuts, soft drinks like Drive, pepper, and root beer are absolutely hated in Asia.